Hi everyone, it's Manifest with Share Bear. Hi Terry, hi Poppy Pocket. Hey Nikki Rod. It's Manifesting with Share Bear time, everyone. What topic are we going to get into today? Hi Amy, how are you? How's everyone doing on this Friday? It's like kind of cold in New York. Hi Stephanie. Manifesting through bad situations. Hope you're having a great day, beautiful. Same to you, Nikki's. Manifesting through bad situations. Well, remember, nothing is really a bad situation. If we can look at every single circumstance that we go through. Hi, Frank, how are you? But if we can look at every single circumstance that we go to and assign a positive meaning to it. So, for example, if we can look at, I just swiped just so I can see what you guys were saying. If we can look at something that's showing up in our reality right now, that is something that we don't want to be experiencing, and we can say, like, okay, because this experience right now is showing me XYZ. I know that I don't want to be experiencing this. Therefore, it has served some sort of purpose because it shows me who I'm no longer going to identify with anymore, right? And then from that moment forward, say, all right, I'm going to allow the human, right? The human aspect of me feel this. I'm going to allow the human to have their moment, but then I'm going to claim what I do want to feel, who I do want to be, what I do want to manifest, right? So everything serves a purpose. And if we can look at everything with that mindset, you're going to see that these quote unquote negative circumstances are just going to dissipate. Okay, I promise. How to stay delusional throughout the day. Well, remember, we all love being Delulu, right? Being Delulu is our friend because we know that when we're Delulu, we enable ourselves to become limitless, right? When we are in the 3D and we're operating with the conscious mind and we're being realist, quote unquote, we are limiting ourselves because the mind is limited. The imagination is not, though. So use the imagination to embody the version of you that you want. Circumstances just pop up to show a mirror on what you need to work on. Exactly. Love that. Hi, Sherry. My SP and I are having a lot of arguments because of my insecurities and me fearing him cheat. Well, girl, you have to look at what state is alive within you why you're so insecure. Are you not feeling chosen? Do you feel like relationships don't last? Do you not feel good enough? You have to work on that part of your state, right? And you have to shift that aspect of you, if that makes sense. You are chosen, you are worthy, you are good enough, right? You're deserving. It has nothing to do with your SP. You think that it has to do with your SP, but it actually doesn't. It has to do with you not feeling good enough, not feeling chosen, right? How come I'm getting what I want from others and not from my SP? Because you're asking me that question. If you're asking me that question, that you're getting what you want from others but not your SP, that's indicating to me what state of consciousness you're in. You need to be in a state of consciousness where you always get what you want from whoever you want. And if you don't feel like you can get it from your SP, you have to sit down and ask yourself, how am I identifying with my SP? You need to start seeing him or her as present, consistent, loyal, giving you everything that you need. And if others are giving it to you, it's just proving to you that you can actually manifest people showing up like that in your reality. So start seeing your SP that way as well. Our desires are our birthright. We came here to experience them. Exactly, girl. Hi, I have a coworker getting on my nerves. What should I do? Well, it always is going to go back to you. You have to look at what state is alive within you where you're allowing someone to get on your nerves. It's something about you that pushed this state out, right? Hey, yes, my SP girl! updates and email? How do you like the book too, girl? My Kelly. It's Friday night with Share Bear. You been affirming? You go, girl. I love hearing that. The chai, I put my tea in the freezer, so it's like I love when it gets like icy like this, and then like it starts to melt and the ice becomes chai. How to stop fearing every interaction with SP, feeling embarrassed, cringe, even though that's silly. Well, why are you embarrassed around your SP? Listen, I want you guys every single day to be the best version of yourself and to be able to be yourself fully. Okay? Hi, Marie. Thank you, cutie. So if you're feeling embarrassed in front of your SP, that shows me that you're living in a state where you're not feeling good enough, right? Because if you felt good enough, you wouldn't care, right? You would just be yourself. And trust me, when you can genuinely be yourself and not try to be someone that you're not, and not be afraid and not be in fear, and you just are like, you know what? F it. I'm just going to be myself. I'm going to let my personality out. If they like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't. Guess what? They're going to like you because you're liking yourself, and the world is only your mirror. Okay? So, can I share self-concept affirmations? Whilst it would, I'm chosen, I'm good enough, I'm worthy, I deserve this love. I'm more than capable of manifesting the relationship of my dreams. I'm more than capable of maintaining that relationship. I'm deserving. I so deserve this. Every time I like someone, they like me back. Anytime I'm interested in someone, they commit to me. They're present in my life always, and then you kind of go through the patterns, Leisha, that you have. That, let's say that you have a pattern of being ghosted. Well, then you're really going to want to go hard on a self-concept that says, the men or women that I'm interested in are always consistent. I deserve consistency. I'm worthy. I'm good enough. I'm irreplaceable, right? It clicked with me today that we're all gods. As soon as we want it, it's done. The timing depends on your resistance. Exactly. And resistance, we're going to look at resistance, quote unquote, like this, right? Everything's happening in the now, right? Because time, we know if we're on this journey that time isn't a thing, right? It's an earthly concept, right? But if you're constantly focusing on the 3D, so happy to see your Pageagon. TikTok has been hiding you. What is up with that? I noticed that too. Hi, Faithies. Anyways, so if you're focused on the 3D, you are going to halt the manifestation. If you're constantly focusing on the 3D, we'll get into physics of the universe. You're going to halt it. There's no way around it. You're going to stop it from manifesting. Not forever, but just like it's going to take you longer in terms of linear time if you're wavering, if you're having hot and cold thoughts. Like Neville Goddard said, you can't be double-minded, right? You have to be... you can't be double-minded. You have to be single-minded. You have to remain in that state majority of the time. Okay? It's Jackie said, how to manifest traveling in the summer. I don't want it to be a boring summer, and I don't know with who to go. I really like that. So, you go straight to the end. This summer of 2023 was like one of the best summers of my life. I traveled so much. I was always surrounded by the most amazing people. They were the perfect people to be on vacation with. And you let the universe, which is you, take care of the rest, right? Have inner conversations about it. Go to the end of the summer. Ooh, my lip stuff is smearing. Does anyone else that ever had that? Every single time I put on lip stuff, it always, I think because of like the shape of my lip on the bottom, it always smears down here. How would you manifest weight loss? Well, when it comes to weight loss, the biggest thing about weight loss that I always tell people is imagine yourself waking up in the mirror, going to the mirror and loving exactly what you see. I want you to realize that you don't have to even hit the gym to lose weight. Your body will change because it's all about states of consciousness. So that's how powerful you are. So I would imagine yourself waking up, and now going to the gym and all that, that may be part of your natural bridge of events to get you to the end of being the weight that you want. but you're not limited to that. Your only job is to go straight to the end. You're the perfect weight, you know, and you're the perfect weight, and just embody that you're that weight. I'm whatever size it is. I'm a size 5, or I weigh this much, or I don't even like to focus on weight. I just like to focus on the way that the body looks and loving yourself loving yourself. So my body looks like XYZ. I love it. You know, you could even say sizes if you want, but like, you know, inches and things of that nature, but that's what I would do. And you just persist in that state. Just like when people have spontaneous healings, right? If any of you guys follow Dr. Joe Dispenza, when people have spontaneous healings and they will go from like stage 4 cancer or having MS to all of a sudden being healed, those people are not healing the body that they're in. They're not like showing up as the same person with the same body and healing that body. Those people are quantum jumping into a reality where the body has no disease. So it's the same thing with a person with job, money, or, you know, you manifesting the weight that you want. You're tapping into the version of yourself that has the body that you love, or the weight that you want, right? Hi from Italy. Hi. Ciao. Buonasera. Sherry, I just came back from meeting my celebrity idol after 2 years of manifesting. Congratulations, girl. How did you do that? Tell us. Girl, after 2 years, I texted my SP. He read it and didn't reply. Well, but what have you been doing for the last 2 years? Have you been in a state of consciousness that says that you're his girlfriend? Have you been in that state, or have you been primarily focused on the 3D? We have to, here's the thing with the spiritual journey, and this is where the empowerment is, right? I'm giving a little bit of tough love to everyone in here, right? You have to take accountability for your current reality. Everything that is showing up in front of you right now was your internal state reflected, pushed out, and then reflected back to you. Don't let the mirror cause you to cave. If someone doesn't respond to you, fuck them for that moment. Now, when I say fuck them, I don't mean it like we're mad at them or we're going to blame them, but they're not determining our worth or our value. We're determining that. And when we determine our worth and our value, we reflect it out to the world, and then the world in turn will reflect it back to us. We're the ones in control and in power here. Okay? So what I really want from you guys is to really get to a point where you don't care what the 3D is showing you. And if the 3D shows you something that you don't like, you may have a small human reaction to it, but you're able to move yourself out of it. Okay? So you're able to move yourself out of it. You have all the answers that you need within you. All of us have the answers that we need within. You don't have to ask anyone in the 3D what their opinion is on anything, because you're creating your own reality. I love that advice. I take it to heart if someone leaves me on scene. Yeah, who cares? I've been left on scene. So everyone does. Everyone gets left on scene, right? And guess what? That don't mean shit that you're not going to get your manifestation. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean nothing. You will still get your manifestation as long as you remain single-minded, as long as you stay in the state, right? I be noticing everybody is getting into a relationship, but I'm not mad because I'm next. That is a beautiful, I wanted to hang on. I got to block someone. We have to remove someone saying inappropriate things. All right, let's reread that. I want to talk about this. This is an important topic. I be noticing everyone is getting into a relationship, but I'm not mad because I'm next. Why I want to point this out is because you are the creator of your reality. That means every single moving part that shows up in your reality is part of you, was moved into motion by you. If you're seeing people in your reality getting engaged, having babies, getting into relationships, that means that one, they're you pushed out. Two, if you can look at them and be like, that is amazing. I love seeing this couple. I love seeing like God, how beautiful is it to see them getting along so well? They're a great looking couple. They're just so in love. I can feel the love between them. And you really feel that joy for them. You're moving yourself into that state of consciousness, and you will be next. So I love that you have that mindset, because that's exactly what's going to happen to you. You will be next 1,000% because you're in that state, right? And you also look to people that show up in your reality that have things that you're manifesting. Thank them. Give them gratitude for showing you that you can do it too, right? Because we're all equally as powerful. We're all gods of our reality. What am I drinking? We got some chai tea in the building. I put it in with some organic honey. I also had, oh my God, I had a Starbucks brown sugar oat milk latte today. So that was amazing. I started affirming, I am his dream woman. My presence is a blessing anytime I had negative thoughts. Exactly, girl. I'm so proud of you. Did I lose friends with going on this journey? Yes, I totally did. And so does everyone, because I always hear that in my sessions. It's normal, right? We wish everyone well. As we move on and we change our frequency, we change our vibration, we no longer resonate with people anymore. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that we're better than them or we're above them. It just means that we're on two different human journeys. And that's that. New people will come into your life. Thank you, Vicky. I'm just living my life because I know the 3D is unfolding and there's nothing to worry about. As you should, Sarah girl. And I love my roses. Thank you. How do I stop myself from checking his socials? God, the urge is so strong sometimes. Well, I cannot stop you from checking his socials. Okay? You have to make a decision and stick with it. This is your life. You have free will. So you can use your free will to engage in activities that make you feel good, like not checking their social media, because us checking their social media literally does nothing to get your manifestation. In fact, it's going to slow it down because you're in a state of not having them, right? You're engaging in activities that tell your subconscious, this person is not present in my life, therefore I need to check their social medias to feel some sort of control and connection to them. When in reality, all you have to do is use the imagination. Thank you for the big love, girl. So rather than checking the social, I never check his socials, so proud of that. Good. Yeah, rather than checking their socials, do a meditation, go for a walk, get your nails done, script, watch your favorite show, meet up with your friends, whatever the case may be, do things that are going to make you feel better than that, right? If we're always, and I've been talking about this for months now, always do the thing that excites you the most, that makes you feel the best. Make that your top priority, and you take it moment by moment by moment by moment. You know when your phone's in your hand, if you're going to swipe and do something that could possibly not make you feel so good. And what usually happens, because I see this in sessions, is people will check and then they'll see one little thing and their mind goes to the worst possible scenario. They start making things up. They start assuming things that they have no evidence on. They let that make them spiral. So I'm telling you, don't check the social. Do things that are going to make you feel good to stay in the state. Make it about you and not about them, and your reality is going to change. Not only are you going to get the SP, you're going to have a lot of other things changing in your reality because you're going to be in a higher vibration. So, all right. Little Luco, Sherry, how do I deal with fearful thoughts? Hi, Roxy Rocks. All right, hang on. We got to answer Vicky's question first. Vicky said, if I didn't see nothing in my reality, but he came to my work yesterday, doesn't mean it's here. All right, that's a good question. All right, we're going to repeat that, right? I want everyone to pay attention. This is important. If I didn't see nothing in my reality, but he came to my work yesterday, does it mean it's here? Yes. This is what I want you guys to realize. You are creating your reality, according to Bashar, 1 billion times per second. Okay? That is why in this community, we always talk about giving everything good meaning. Now, when we say giving everything good meaning, that isn't just words rattling off of our mouth to make people feel better. That is pure fact, pure truth, because When you give something good meaning, you are moving yourself onto a new timeline where that meaning will unfold. So if you're manifesting someone and all of a sudden they show up at your work, or you make a left turn and there they are, or even if they call you on accident, because I've heard that one, right? That's all part of your manifestation unfolding. There are no accidents. If someone's showing up in your reality, that means that your subconscious mind is accepting them as present here in the now in your reality. So you need to start switching the mindset to that and take your focus off of, am I doing it right? Is it unfolding? Is it that? No, you assign the meaning that you want to it, and that's what's going to unfold. Okay. Next. Okay. I've been manifesting. All right. How do we deal with fearful thought? Well, realize that you have nothing to fear, right? Because you're the creator of your reality. But dealing with fearful thoughts, what I like to do when a fearful thought comes up is to call in my higher self. I do this all the time, and I'm telling you, it's life-changing, okay? And I've been doing it with my clients lately, and everyone's getting the same results. When a fearful thought comes up, stop if you can, right? If you're at work or something and you have a busy job, you want to acknowledge the thought, right? We never want to. So let's say you're manifesting a person and you have a thought like, oh, what if they date someone else, right? Or what if they're dating someone else? Well, that's clearly a fearful thought. So you face the thought. So it would look something like this. Right now, I'm feeling like they might date someone else. I'm not feeling chosen. I'm not feeling good enough. And then you take a step outside of the human, and you soothe yourself. So you would talk to yourself like I would talk to you. So you could say things like, right now you are in total human mode. You're forgetting who the fuck you are, which is the creator of this reality. You really have nothing to fear. So this thought that you're having right now, that they might choose someone else, or you're never gonna get chosen, or whatever the case may be, it's just not the truth. So we're going to hand it to the higher mind, right? We're going to give that thought, hand it right over to the higher mind, and we're going to persist forward in a state where we know that we're chosen unconditionally, worthy, and good enough. And we're going to ask the higher mind to show us evidence of that in our reality. And I'm telling you, your higher mind is going to deliver. It's going to answer that, and you're going to see it getting reflected back to you. And you do that over and over, and do it 2 minutes. That's all it takes. Even if you're feeling good, do it, right? I do it every single morning. Even if I'm we wake up some days feeling on top of the world, I still do it. I still talk to my higher mind. And when I'm not feeling good, sometimes I talk to my higher mind multiple times a day, but that's one way. Another way is I have a let go of the old story meditation on YouTube that's really going to help with that. So check out my YouTube channel. It's Share Bear, and there's a playlist. It's the only video in the playlist called Let Go of the Old Story. It's probably the best meditation I've ever done. And hang on, that comment's funny. We're gonna read it in a second. So my lips should keep smearing, but it's all good. So yeah, and another way is writing down all the fears on paper and releasing it and shifting the thoughts into a new story. First off, you're gorgeous. Second, the hell with people. I want a higher paying job. What to do? Well, you have to embody. You decide what job you want, because remember, everything is energy in this universe. Okay. Farzy, I did it today and it really helped me. Oh my God, it's amazing. I'm telling you. And what that also does is that strengthens your relationship with the higher mind. You're going to get downloads. You're going to have just feelings of feeling better, and you're not going to know why. You're going to have internal knowings, and you're not going to know why. But the truth of it is that you called to your higher self, and your higher self is going to deliver. Because the human you that's showing up in front of you, that's not the only you. That's the small version of you. There's a bigger part of you that manifests this entire reality that you're in, right? But anyways, if you're manifesting, if you want a higher paying job, it's all about states. You occupy a state of consciousness. Everything is energy. A job is energy as well as a person. It's all done in the same way, where you're making the amount of money that you want, right? So if I decide my physical appearance has changed to my desire, it will change eventually. It's really that you're deciding that you want to look a certain way, and you're immediately occupying that state of consciousness in the 5D, and in turn you'll be moved into a reality in the 3D where your body or your physical appearance looks the way that you want it to look. And also, Sanchino, when it comes to jobs, identify the amount of money that you'd like to make per week or per 2 weeks or per month. Or per month, and you persist in that state of consciousness, and I'm telling you, you will make that money. Thank you, Cher. Appreciate you lots. You're welcome. Thoughts on hypnosis? Is it necessary? I feel like meditation is better for me. Well, here's the thing, right? What does hypnosis do? When it comes to manifesting your reality, right? We talk a lot about impressing the subconscious and reprogramming the mind in this community, right? Now, what does hypnosis do? Hypnosis is a very quick way to wipe out the old programming and insert a new program. That's all it is, right? Now, what a hypnotherapist does is they get you in those lower vibrational brain waves, theta and alpha, and then they introduce the programming that you need to hear. Like, you're good enough, you're chosen, you're worthy, right? You can do that as you're falling asleep or even taking a nap, getting into a relaxed state and listening to affirmations. By the way, I have a ton on my YouTube channel, which is Share Bear, a ton of self-concepts for free of affirmation tapes that have the new programming that you want. You can also, when that meditation works for you, because you're more than likely visualizing and you're capturing that feeling state when your brain is in the top tier reprogramming waves, which again are alpha and theta. So you're feeling that shift, you're feeling that programming being downloaded, you're feeling that quantum jump. So you can meditation is a form of self-hypnosis. And you can, Kaitoba, can you ask your question again, my love? Meditation is a form of hypnosis because you're getting, it's all about overriding a program. So if you can capture an emotion, a feeling state, and a thought when the conscious mind is shut off and the subconscious is accepting all these new thoughts and beliefs as true, then you're reprogramming the mind. And when you do that, it's going to manifest in your reality. Now, you don't have to be fully reprogrammed, right? You just have to capture the feeling state and it will still get pushed out. With repetition, you'll reprogram, right? Now, all of you guys, I actually have a book that I wrote myself. It's called Shift States Ebook that I'm so proud of. If you guys look on my Instagram, and I just started posting it on the YouTube community tab, I have already a ton of success stories from my book, right? The book will teach you guys who you truly are, how to get in the state of consciousness that you need to be in to manifest your desires. And also in my book, it comes with a meditation that includes a brain exercise that's really, really good, okay? Because the brain exercise that's in the book, it's part of the book, right? It takes you guys through a neuro reprogramming exercise that's going to help shift your subconscious program faster, right? Than even just like saying robotic affirmations. So the book, the link is in the bio, and if you guys use the code ShareBear in all caps, you get 20% off. But I'm telling you, I have a lot of success stories from the book. And like, if you use the book, you're going to manifest what you want. I break it down for you where you can sit down in one sitting, shift your state. I break you down through affirming, scripting, and then doing the visualization. And if you can do what I say to do in the book, you're going to manifest your desires very easily and very quickly, as long as you're not wavering, right? Now, when I say as long as you're not wavering, I don't mean that you 100% of the time have to be like in the state and you can never think of anything opposite than you having your manifestation. No, people waver, right? It's energy behind the manifestation, because this entire universe is energy. If you guys want, I can get into quantum physics and why that is, but basically predominant energy is going to manifest. So what you're predominantly thinking and feeling, that's what will manifest, right? Hi, Helen. How are you, cutie pie? All right, Kai Toba said affirmations to be confident and communicating with SP. Be myself, so not nervous to interact. Well, I would start imagining yourself being confident around SP. And I'm confident in every situation. I always have control over my emotions. I'm always accepted by the people in my life. People accept me the most when I'm being myself. And that's the truth of it, guys. Okay? When it comes to you trying to be someone that you're not, I know some of you that watch me are in high school still, or, late teens, early 20s. When I was younger, I would kind of be afraid. I would hold my personality in when I was that age because I was afraid of being judged. And, that's normal at that time of your life, more or less. I feel like this generation, though, it seems to be a little bit ahead of my generation. But anyways, when you're not yourself and you're afraid of fitting in, or you hold the personality back, or you're trying to do things to fit in and not being yourself, that's when people actually are not going to accept you, because we're all one consciousness and people pick up on that energy. When you're like, F it, I'm just going to be myself. I don't care what anyone thinks of me. I love, validate, and accept myself. I am who I am, and I know that the person that I love is always going to choose me. Friends, family, everyone in my reality is going to accept me for who I am. And if they don't, so what? I don't care. I'm going to be me. You're going to find that everyone's going to start accepting you, and you're going to be able to be yourself, and there's nothing more beautiful than that. What does it mean when I had other people coming back but not my SP? Is it still the old story? No, what that means is you've successfully changed your conception of yourself. So you're seeing people in your reality now reflect back to you this new state. And if you continue to persist as you being this new woman, your SP is also going to come in reflecting back the new state. My daughter had surgery for a fistula today, and I said the doctor is going to discover it's healed. And that's exactly what he told us afterwards. He said it healed on its own, which is very rare because she had it for a year. That's amazing, Helen. Thank you for sharing, girl. See? That's beautiful. You're welcome, Haley. All right. Hi, Cher. Sometimes when my boyfriend doesn't answer my calls or texts, I get anxious and nervous, does not want me or mad at me. How do I stop thinking bad thoughts? Well, you have to look into why you are getting, because remember, it doesn't have anything to do with the boyfriend, right? It has to do with you and your own self-concept. So you think that it's about the boyfriend, but in reality, if you were with another guy, you would feel the same way when he didn't answer your text, okay? So you have to look at what is alive within you. Do you have fears of abandonment? Do you have fears? Do you feel like he's validating you? Do you feel like the people that you love don't remain in your life, right? Whatever the case may be, you have to look at that and you have to change your conception of yourself, right? You're good enough, you're worthy, you're deserving. The people that you love remain in your life. You don't want to be on the hamster wheel of constantly needing validation in the 3D, because I used to be that way. And I'm telling you, there will come a day where you're going to have to deal with it, right? Like, you may get away with it for some time, but there's going to come a day where you're going to have to deal with it, because you're going to be faced with yourself, which is actually a beautiful place to be and a very empowering place to be. And so do it now, right? Shift your state now. Be in a place of knowing that you love, validate, and accept yourself. You're worthy, you're good enough, you're chosen unconditionally, you have a secure attachment style, right? And you're gonna not care when they text or call. And when you do that, you're gonna find they're gonna start calling you more than ever, right? It's funny how this reality works. So, all right, we got the chai. You're welcome, Alex. What time is it? I have a client in an hour. I'm writing my second. Ooh. What is the name of your book? I have to move through this sadness. I'm a mess. Want SP back so bad. The name of my book is Shift into Your Dream Reality. If you go to my TikTok and you go to the top, the first, and you go into the link tree, it's going to take you directly to my book on my website. which you can also find it if you go to my Instagram in the highlights and look at all the success stories. I launched the book in February, so only like 2 months ago, and I already have a ton of success stories from it. Get her book, it changed my life, Helen. Aw, thank you, girl. And I'm sorry that you're sad, my love. I'm so sorry, but when you learn your power and you learn who you truly are, you're never gonna feel this sad and helpless again. I promise you, you will never feel this sad or this helpless again, ever. Okay, you don't have to go through this. Life does not have to be, we don't have to go through these. If you knew who you truly are, you would not feel this sad or heartbroken. Ooh. By the way, I'm writing a new book right now. I'm really, really excited about it. It should be out. I'm right on target with it. It's gonna go with the first book, meaning they're gonna complement each other. So if you have the first book, when you buy the second one, it's gonna be like the perfect complement to the first book. But anyways, it's about manifesting a person. It's gonna be a 4-week workshop to manifest a person, and I'm writing it week by week. So every week of the workshop, I'm writing it week by week. So this weekend, I'm gonna do week 3. It's gonna be like around 35, 40 pages, which is wild because your girl can write when she gets writing, but I'm already doing like little meditations for the weeks for you guys. And like I did a law of thought transmission meditation for it. So I'm really, really, really excited for this one to come out. It has a really cute name to it too, but it's going to be all about transforming your self-concept in love and relationships. So I'm really, really excited. How do you manifest easy weight loss? Well, remember, and I said this at the beginning of the live, when we manifest weight loss or body changes, right? It's not that you're changing the body that you're looking at in front of you right now in the 3D. What you're doing is you're moving from a reality where your body looks one way to another reality where your body looks the way that you want it to look, right? So you are going to, what you have to do, just like all manifestations, you have to tap into the consciousness of the person in the reality over here that has the body that you like. So describe what that body would look like, right? Just like when I manifested clear skin, my skin was like awful. Okay, people would, when I'd get facials, I've talked about this before, I'd get facials and people would make comments about my skin. Oh my God, my legs are so sore. I found this new YouTube channel called Tiff and Dan, and I've been doing their workout videos in the morning, and holy shit, my leg, they have like all these HIIT workouts. But anyways, yeah, you're moving into another reality where your body's going to look a certain way. People have done it in this community. So, oh my God, so many stories of people getting to their dream weight, their dream body in this community, right? You just tap into that person. And you'll be led through a natural bridge of incidents that's going to bring you into the fulfillment of your desire. My attention keeps going to not being chosen over third party, and friends tell me to let go toxic. Well, your friends don't understand how this reality works. So I wouldn't even talk to them about it anymore, right? You can join my Facebook group, Manifest Share Bear, make a manifesting buddy. Right? That's also linked in my description. But don't talk to people in the 3D about your desires because they don't know how this reality works. They're going to give you advice that they think is good advice when in reality it's the worst advice ever. Okay? So just don't listen to anyone in the 3D that doesn't know about manifesting. Okay? That's my first rule. Second one is you need to look into why you're not feeling chosen about and worried about the other person, right? So it has to go back to you. This is your opportunity for you to learn your power. So we're going to give them some gratitude right now for giving you the opportunity because they're only you pushed out. So you can step into your true power and know that you're actually someone that's chosen, worthy, and good enough. And you don't need anyone outside of you to truly make you feel that way. And you put the focus on you. How many things should we try to manifest at one time? Is there such a thing as many at once? No, because we're always manifesting. There's never a time that we're not manifesting. Therefore, what I like to do is, like, if I have a client, right, and they come to me and they're like, okay, I want to manifest this, and this. What I'll tell them to do is I'll tell them to get out their journal and write down each thing that they're desiring to manifest. And then when they're done for each thing, write out what their goal is, what they want. So for example, well, I want money, I want an SP, and I want a house. Okay, well, write out, you want the relationship, you want to make X amount of money, and you want to have a house with XYZ. And then I tell them to script out a scene for each desire. And then I tell them for the next month, spend 1 to 2 weeks on each. And that's like consciously manifesting, right? But when the thought of the desires come to mind during the day, to be in alignment with the end state that they already identified for each desire. So there's no limit. You're creating your reality. You're making the rules. I mean that so literally. Like there's so much, there's 100% truth behind that. You're welcome. I'm also, I also started doing sleep affirmations. I don't have it on my website yet, but I'm doing 8-hour personalized sleep tapes for people. So if you guys are interested in that, DM me on Instagram or email me. But they're really, really good. I have a really, really good template that I'm tweaking for each person, and people are getting results out of it and getting results out of them rather quickly. So I'm really, really proud of that. Wait, why is someone asking? Okay, I don't get it. All right. What else can we talk about, guys? We had such a beautiful end of February and March and beginning of April in New York, and now it's 50s and cold and rainy, and my allergies are acting up, and I'm just missing the sunshine. So for those of you who are in Florida or California, I'm really envious of you right now. You're welcome, Kims. What else are we going to talk about, guys? You're in Florida? Oh my, what I would give to be in Florida right now. I need to start manifesting that. It's hot here in LA, girl. I want some sunshine. It's cold here. Let's manifest warmer weather here in New York City. Yes, let's put our brain power together, Jamie. I need some warm weather. And we have another week or something, but it's okay because I'm writing my book right now, so it just forces me to stay inside. Because if it was nice outside, I'd be out doing something. I'm not one to I hate windy and I hate cold. I like to be cozy and inside, but as soon as the sun comes out, I like to be out doing things. So that's me. I listen to your sleep affirmations every night. Is it okay to change them up? Of course, girl. Thank you. Love you. So, what else do we got on the books to talk about today? All right, I think... Can you explain how SP feel? Okay, all right. I was about to go, but you guys asked me some good questions. What do you do in private sessions? Well, in private coaching sessions, basically, and if there's anyone in here that I've ever coached, they can tell you, especially now, because I've been coaching for 2 years, I teach you how to manifest what you want, and I help you shift your mindset. But primarily what I do is I can very quickly, and I'm very proud of this, within 5 to 10 minutes of knowing you, identify where what's showing up in your reality originally came from, right? A lot of times I do meditations in my sessions with people to help shift them or to help have their subconscious mind reveal things to them. But that's what I do in private sessions. And I also have a group coaching that I have every Monday. I also have a book that is like a lot of people that have had coaching with me tell me that the book sounds just like me and they can hear my voice. I wrote it like that on purpose. So it felt very personalized. For those of you who don't want to purchase coaching, the book is a very good alternative, and it's going to teach you at your own pace how to manifest exactly what you want. Can you explain how SP feels while manifesting them? Well, they are only you pushed out. The world is your mirror. So when you're manifesting them, right, they will always be thinking what you are assuming them to think and feel. And don't consider any other option. Okay? They're always thinking only what you are assuming them to think and feel. And that's it. And that's why we got to stay on top of that mental diet. We're not going to want to be checking their social media. This right now, the consciousness of the planet is rising. People are manifesting a lot faster. So if you could stay single-minded, you're going to see your reality shifting faster than ever. No circumstances matter because everything was only moved into motion by you anyways. How to help self-concept when he's so hot and cold? Well, you have to look at why he's hot and cold. Stop making it about him and make it about you. And what state is alive within you where you're so focused on him and what he's doing, and that's making him show up as hot and cold, right? We got to see yourself as chosen, worthy, good enough, deserving, irreplaceable, right? If you had all of those beliefs, because it goes back into our belief system, if all of those beliefs were embodied as true, you wouldn't care how he's showing up. You'd be like, oh, well, he ain't going to find anyone better than me, so I'm going to, go get my nails done. I'm going to be with my friends. I'm going to be doing me, right? And that's how I want you guys to be, truly, because you're going to see that it's going to dissipate. They're going to come in and be, a coach said she won't work with someone who's trying to manifest someone who's married. I'm just curious, out of curiosity, who said that? I don't cross your FYP anymore. Why is TikTok literally playing me? I don't know if I should get a new account or what, but I've been hearing that from a lot of people. Can we set a group intention that I'm going to be on all your guys' FYPs all the time? That makes me sad. I want you guys to see me. Okay, I mean, I was just curious. I don't speak for other coaches, okay? So, just ask her that. And I mean that in a really nice way, right? Can you explain how to actually believe the new story state? My SP said he doesn't deserve me. It's because that's how I truly feel deep down. I mean, here's the thing, right? And we're going to talk about Stupid Spice. I'm going to answer your question in a second. If someone's showing up in your reality and they're saying things like they don't deserve you, it could be, you could feel that way about them deep down. Or it could be like you just don't think your relationships will last, or they're emotionally unavailable men. So they have to reflect that it can manifest in many different ways, right? Like some people have beliefs that the person that they love, or even just about a person, like a specific man or a specific woman, that they're so wounded, they had such a horrible childhood. I see this a lot in coaching, that, they're so wounded, they're just never going to be ready for their relationship. So that might manifest as them being like, you're just too good for me, right? And you have to stop seeing them that way. You have to see them as you guys looking at each other like equals, him feeling worthy and deserving of you, or him or her, knowing that they're worthy and deserving of you, and vice versa, right? That's just a circumstance. You can change that. I've had someone say that to me, and I had to change that. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting sick of hearing this. So I definitely changed that, right? Can you explain how to actually believe the new story and state? Well, Stupid Spice, I teach you how to do that in my book. The ebook link is in the bio. I teach you how to shift into the state and start believing it. Okay? So I agree, setting an intention to see you more. Yeah, should I start a new account? I don't know if I should start a new account because I've been hearing that from, I just manifest it. I'm the best, LOL. Thanks, girl. I think I am too. Now, how do we get ourselves to believe in a state? Okay. The simple answer to it is, and like I said, I do teach you guys how to do it in my book. Okay. But you get yourself to believe in a state by, and we're gonna get into what Neville Goddard said, right? We'll bring it back to the old man, Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard would say, your ability to develop a naturalness to a desire is to manifest. Kelly said I'm the best. You guys are gassing me today and I love it. Thanks, girl. So, anyways, in order for you to develop a naturalness to a desire, you must revisit the state. Okay, I'm going to repeat that again. You must revisit the state. Now, remember, when Neville Goddard was teaching manifestation, there was no neuroscience that talked about repetition and reprogramming. So, if we bring that into 2023, we know that through repetition, we will eventually accept something as true. The brain, we create those new neural pathways in the brain, and through repetition of the new neural pathways, the brain will accept it as true. Can I please do an 8-hour career job affirming? Yes, I can. I don't know when I'm going to do it though, because I'm writing my second workbook right now, and I'm doing meditations that are going to be part of the workbook. But I will do an 8-hour, I got to write that down. Remind me, someone in here remind me, because I really want to do one for that. I want to do an anti-aging one, and I want to do a body one. Those are like three that I get, not too often, but often enough where I want to make it for you guys. Just can't promise when, because, I'm working on the second workbook. So time's kind of spread there. But yeah. So I have the Parrot app and did a long story about my SP taking me to New Mexico and affirming it. Beautiful. I love that. A lot of my clients do stuff like that, and that's beautiful. So I hear it before bed, in my sleep, and in the morning. Beautiful, my love. And it will manifest. You got it all down. Thank you. Thank you, Stupid Spice. What's your craziest revision story? Okay, with myself or with clients? Here's the thing with revision. Revision is just like assuming a new timeline. So we learn about how, we talk about how everything's happening in the now, right? Clients, all right, I'm going to tell my crazy revision story with one of my clients. But we talk about how everything's happening in the now, right? So all revision really is stop identifying with an old memory and inserting a new memory, quote unquote. But it's really just choosing a different timeline in the now. So instead of me remembering the day that I felt like shit, I'm going to remember a day where I felt great. I'm going to change that whole story around, right? Okay. Craziest revision story with one of my clients. This was one of my goosebumps story. It really just, to this day, makes me really happy when I talk about it. So 2 years ago, when I first started doing a group coaching, I took the girls through like a 4-week series. Because when I first started the group, I was initially only going to do the coaching for 4. I thought it was just going to be like a 4-week thing. And then, they loved it so much, and I loved it so much that here we are 2 weeks later, the group is still going. So anyways, now I had a revision week for the 4 weeks. So one of the girls in the group was young mom. Hello, gorgeous, watching from Long Island. What's going on in Long Island tonight? How do you pronounce the number 9? 9? Is it 9? No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm going to stop reading the comments for a second so I can tell this story. Anyways, so one of the girls was a young mom. She got married young, and her ex-husband was very abusive, not only to her, but to the children. So she was noticing with her new SP, he wasn't abusive, thankfully, right? But she was noticing that little particles of the ex-husband was showing up in the current SP, like little things that happened, little things that happen from like the story with the husband were kind of showing up in the new relationship. Now, why is that, everyone? That was happening because that was a state that was alive within her. And that's why I always tell you guys, when you're so upset and focused on a person, you got to realize it's not about that person. If you don't change your state, you're going to keep experiencing the same thing with whoever comes into your life, right? So I told her, I said, and a lot of it is also forgiveness. I said, you got to forgive the first husband. I said, I'm not telling you to see him in person and have a conversation with him, but in your imagination, release those feelings towards him. Release that story attached to him, that resentment story, that anger story attached to him, so he can no longer affect you in the present day. Therefore, if that state's not alive within her, it's not going to show up with anyone in her reality, right? So, I told her to do it. So I told her to do it for three nights. So for 3 nights, in her imagination, she fell asleep having a conversation with the ex-husband, and she told herself in her imaginal scene everything that she always wanted to hear from him, which was really him apologizing, him explaining herself, and her having this conversation that she needed to have in order for her to let go of that story, that part of her life, right? Because we no longer have to identify with these traumas, right? So she did it for 3 nights, and she said that on the 3rd night, it was really strange because in her imaginal scene, he started crying. And she was like, it was really weird because like they were together for years and she like never saw him cry. He would like never show that side of him. So she, in her imagination, she had this conversation and she fell asleep. The next day, this man showed up at her house, and her kids are young. They're like, I think like 4 or 5. But the next day, he showed up at her house, and the exact conversation that she had in her mind, he reflected back to her. And she even said that like she was still kind of afraid of him in the 3D because like of what he had done in the past, how he was abusive. So she didn't let him inside, but through her monitor at her door, like how people have that door monitor, he was crying just like he did in her imaginal scene, and he was like apologizing and saying all these things to her that she imagined him saying. So that to me was a beautiful, I just have chills thinking about it because not only was I really happy for her, but I was so happy for her kids, right? If we can just choose, and that's the thing, I want you guys to expect your reality to shift so quickly, right? Expect the reality to shift quickly. When she did it, oh my God, all the comments you guys are giving me. Thank you, user444. Thank you, Prophet. Thank you, Mike Mechanic. Jackie, it was amazing. And yeah, and Bokery, it was wild. It was wild. And I even had her come to the group and tell her story to like maybe like 6 months later. She had eventually left the group. But I had her like come to my group and tell the girls that story because it's so empowering. And it just shows that no one literally has free will. But the beauty of that story is that she, from that moment forward, no longer had to be afraid of him or identify as a victim, right? She learned that she's the creator, and if she changes, now that doesn't mean that she has to be his best friend and welcome him into her space. It just means that her story attached to him no longer had to plague her, right? And it goes for the same thing with you guys and your SPs. Your story, let's say, they're a fuckboy or they're non-committing or whatever the case may be, right? She's a beautiful story. Your guidance changed her life. What an inspiration. Aww, I love you guys. Well, she inspired me also. And that's the thing. When I coach you guys inspire me with your success stories. Like, it's a two-way street. I'm grateful, just like you guys are grateful for me, I'm grateful for you guys, right? what if he didn't come after 3 days? Well, she wasn't manifesting him back. I just told her to let go of that state alive within her. And a way to do that is to have a conversation, because that's a really deep topic, right? It's not like someone rejecting you. It's years of abuse. I said a way of doing that was for her to give herself what she needs. We always have the ability to give ourselves what we need in the imagination, and we can control that conversation. We're not victims in the 3D trying to beg someone to tell us what we want to hear. We go to the imagination, right? So yeah, it's a very inspiring story. And I'll tell you a story. Like one time with my SP, I got into a fight with him, and we were supposed to hang out. Long story short, we were supposed to hang out, and we did hang out, and then we were supposed to like end up like spending the night together and stuff, and we got into a fight, so we didn't, and it was awful. It was like this fight, right? So instead of me like spiraling in the 3D, I revised it and I went to the end, right? Oh, it totally changed her life. Totally. It's beautiful. It's totally beautiful. So, what I did was, and this is just like a small story, it was just a stupid fight. So what I did was, okay, why are these people inviting me to go live? I don't know these people. Anyways, what I did was, I was like all upset. So what I did was I went to the end and I like imagined us saying bye and talking about all the things that we were planning on doing. Like, and it was supposed to be at my house. So I imagined us saying goodbye at my house, talking about all the things that we were supposed to do. Like it actually happened that way instead of the fight happening and them leaving and it being this big thing. So a week goes by, we didn't talk for a whole week, and then randomly, exactly 1 week later, he called me, and we ended up, exactly everything that I revised ended up happening that day, and then the next day when he left, exactly what I imagined in my mind that he said to me actually happened. So think about revision as literally just you choosing a new timeline, and if you choose that timeline, it has to manifest. Yes, it was definitely a beautiful story, Alana. It definitely was. So much healing came out of that. And that's why I'm such a big, like if you do coaching with me, I'm very, very big on forgiveness, because forgiveness literally, it frees you. It frees you from being in that state. And when you get yourself out of that state, there will not be people showing up in your reality reflecting that state back to you. You will not be a victim of that anymore, right? I crashed my car this week. Do I revise I never crashed or imagine my car fixed? I would go straight to your car being fixed and say it like, I didn't even have to spend a dime, or whatever the case may be, right? Or you can revise it to it never crashed and you pulled into your driveway and your car was fine. Whatever resonates with you, but you're really just choosing a reality where the car is completely fine, if that makes sense. Forgiveness changed my son and I's life. It totally did, Kelly. It did. And I agree with you on that because I know your story. And like I told you, it takes a very, very evolved, mature soul to be able to forgive someone that hurt them. But if you can do that, I'm telling you, it's freeing. It's so freeing. It's a beautiful feeling. And we are just all one consciousness anyways. Right? But all right, I'm going to have to go because I have a client session from 8 to 9 and I need to like relax my brain a little bit before the session, but we're having a great time. I'll probably be back on live tomorrow. I do love you guys. If you guys want to purchase my book, the link is in the bio where I teach you how to manifest everything that you want. Yeah, I go live quite frequently. I try to go live every day. I don't always get to though. But anyways, so yeah, the book link is in the bio. It's a very inexpensive way to get coaching from me and get guided by me, I'm telling you, and you will get results. Also, oh, I love you guys. Thank you. Your notifications are on. If you guys want coaching with me, quantumleapdream.com for all the services that I offer. I have a free Facebook group. That link is in the bio. And I have a YouTube channel, which is Share Bear. So I love you guys. Have a beautiful Friday, and I'll be back soon. Bye.